back to my channel. Today we're going to be on Procreate, so let's get right into the video. Basically, Procreate is a digital drawing app, and I use it sometimes, but I just decided to switch it up and do something new. So today I'm going to teach you how to make kind of like a name drawing like this one. I just picked out a random name here, Charlotte, and then made a nice background and everything, and I'll teach you how to do that with your name. So let's get started. Now you're going to want to press on the little paintbrush tool here. Oh, by the way, I'm using this with an Apple Pencil. This is just the iPad Series 8, I think. I'm not sure, but it works with a lot of iPads, and you don't need an Apple Pencil. You can also do it with your finger or any other special type of pencil for devices. So you're just going to want to press airbrushing down here. It's a little button with the little airbrush, and then I just do soft brush. It doesn't really matter to me. Then I'm gonna pick out a few colors. I'm gonna press on this little color disc here the circle. I'm gonna press on palettes in the bottom right corner, and then in the top right corner I'm gonna press the plus. This will create a new palette if you press create new palette, and then you can go back to disc and pick a few colors to use. So I'm going to pick 5 colors. So I'm going to do light yellow. It's kind of actually pretty dark. Turquoise. Pink. Blue. And green. 5 colors there. And then I'm also going to pick one separate color for the name. So let's make that... Let's do... Gotta do a color that really pops. I don't really like that. I guess we should do maybe like... I'm gonna do this color, and I'm just gonna place it down. So now we have our own little palette, and so whenever you need to use one of your colors, you can just look here. You can always name it, but I'm just gonna leave it untitled. So let's start with yellow. We're gonna go back to airbrush, and we're just gonna make a little, what did I do? I'm gonna make sure that brush size is 100 and opacity is at 100. I like to zoom out so that I can just see the whole, see the whole picture. Oh, brush size actually should be at like, let's say 6. Yeah, 6. And then make just like a yellow streak or whatever color you chose. Then move on to the next color and make a color of that streak. Next color, that streak, and so on and so forth until you have a big streaked picture. It can be very messy. It doesn't matter. As you can see, mine is pretty messy. So we're just going to keep on doing that until the whole drawing looks like that. And you can do it in a pattern. You can't, whatever you want. I'm just doing it in a pattern that I chose. But it's really mostly up to you. There's actually 2 ways of doing this, but I'm going to do one way now and one way in my next video. So you guys will be able to do both ways. So now that I have all my colors, I'm just going to now press on this little button here. It's in the top left. It's next to it's not next to gallery, but it's the button next to that. So it's next to the monkey wrench. Or the wrench, and then it's just a little wand with sparkles, and when you press that, it shows up adjustments. So I'm gonna go down, 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 and not the last one, but the one before the last one, it says liquefy. You're gonna press on that one, and then there's gonna be a lot of options here. So it might be kind of a lot to take in, but I will be with you every step of the way. For the Charlotte theme, you choose crystals, which is the 6th button, crystals, up here. And it looks like a little crystal or an exploding thing. And it says crystals too. The size, I'm going to leave it at 30. And the pressure, 62, whatever. I don't care about whatever is at the bottom. Now you're done. You're done with all these things. See, it wasn't that hard. And now you're just going to want to... This part is kind of just... Wait. This part... What? Am I still on the same layer? Yeah. What? I'm sorry. Wait, 1 second. Oh, here. Okay. So this part is kind of just for fun. Now you're gonna want to like push it or move it around. I do actually pressure max and then size 30, sure, 35. Maybe let's make the size a little bit bigger. You're gonna want to just push it around, just play with it. I just like to go in circles, but you'll notice that if you just tap it, it starts to create these cool little movements. I'm not sure why it looks like this right now because normally it looks very different. Oh, here, that's good. And if you do size, you can experiment. The bigger the size, the more little lines there come. Smaller the size, the more detailed you can get with it. But I'm just gonna go for big size because I want nice big lines. Okay, there. See? I noticed the yellow is really big, so what you can then do is press that little button again, and then just press away, and then press and hold on the color that you want to make bigger. So, for example, if I want to make this blue bigger, I would press and hold it. Press and hold it lightly, and then it selects that color. So now you have it in your selection. You could have also just picked it from your palette, but whatever. And now I'm gonna make that a little bit bigger because the yellow is just a little bit too big for my liking. Then I'm gonna do the same as I just did, little wand all the way down, liquefy, and then everything should still be the same. But now the blue's really big, so I really like to just experiment with this. Take some more of the pink because the pink could be there a little bit more. And now liquefy again, maybe make the size a little lower, just have fun with this because it's just a fun art project and it's very easy. It looks very complicated or hard maybe, but it's actually super, super easy to make. And it's a really fun just project if you're on Procreate but you're like a beginner and you don't know what to do. Now, since we've gotten the little weird effect now, it's kind of too clear, so I want to make it more blurry. If you don't want to do this, just skip over, or just watch in pain. I'm joking. You're going to want to press that button again, the one that you just pressed, but now you're going to want to go to Gaussian Blur, which is the 5th button. You're going to want to press that, and then press Layer. Now you can slide to adjust. As you see on the top here, it says Gaussian Blur Slide to Adjust. And you can slide. If you slide it fully, it's just going to be one big blur. But if you slide it a little bit, it kind of blurs so that it's not super clear, but it doesn't blur too much. So you can experiment with that. I think I'm going to go on 3.0, 3.2. I think I'm going to do 3.7. Now I'm going to escape out of this Gaussian blur filter thing. You're going to want to press the button that's blue, which is the button that we've been pressing for a few times now. There. And now we've gotten this very beautiful background. Now to write the name, let's just say a random name. I'm going to say, let's think of a random name. Why can I not think of a random name? Let's do Ashley. Okay, now you're going to want to press the brush tool again, and you're going to want to select inking. Then you'll see a bunch of options: Mercury, Inca, Pandani, Syrup, Thistleline, Fine Tip, Technical Pen, Tinderbox, Studio Pen. At Studio Pen, you'll want to press it, and then press to the side. This is just my method, but you can really experiment with this and use other types like gel pen, technical pen, or you can even do, calligraphy. But I'm really bad at calligraphy, so I'm just going to go with my favorite Studio Pen. I'm going to just test it out, make sure it's the size that I want. No, it's a little thin, so I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. So let's try this size. Yeah, I think this is good. Maybe 23. No, it's a little too thick. 13. What's this? Let's do, this. But you can just experiment. I'm not sure what it's exactly on right now, my size. I think it's like 16. So let's just say 16. And then let's write the name. So for the A, I like to do it like this, a curve. And if you hold it, it will appear like this. Procreate will change it for you. And if you can, you can press Edit Shape to make it a different shape. But I don't think I really want that. So, oh, by the way, 2-finger tap. If you tap with 2 fingers, oh, wait, I'll explain it to you guys after. One thing, you want to add a new layer for the text. So, how to do that is you're going to want to press this little button next to the color palette thing and the eraser. It's in between both. And it's basically the layer button. If you press it, you'll see all your layers. I only have one and the background color. And the one layer that I have is this little thingy, the background. So by adding a layer, you're just going to want to press the plus, and then you're on a new layer. A new layer basically means that if you draw on this and then erase it, let me select the eraser. It only erases that layer, the new layer. It doesn't erase your background. The 2-finger tap, by the way, guys, is also remove. So if you just tap, if you take your 2 fingers, pointer finger, middle finger, whatever, it doesn't matter, and you tap, let me just do a little heart, and then you tap, it says undo. And if you draw something and then you tap and then you're like, oh, actually I want to keep that, you do 3 fingers and then it redo. So just try to experiment with that. Heart, undo, redo. And then if you draw a lot and you're like, actually I don't really like how this looks, you can just hold your 2 fingers until it's all gone. So anyways, let's get to Ashley. You're gonna wanna, comment below your name so I can do this with your name too, and then I can maybe, I don't know, show it to you guys in a video. So if you guys are watching and you guys would like this, just comment down below what your name is, and that'd be so awesome because I can write your name on here and some colors that you like. So I'm just writing Ashley in a very bubbly, loose, free font. Oh, this color really mixes with the pink. So to see how my L is kind of like moving in with this like pink spot here, I'm going to move the name right now. So how do I do that? Since it's a new layer, I can just select the whole layer by pressing on this little mouse icon thing here. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Shoot, I'm on the wrong layer. Dummy. Anyways, I can erase it by holding with 2 fingers. And now I can just add a layer. I taught you guys how to do that. Let's just pick a new color. Let's do green, light green. We already have that color there. Let's look at some other palettes that I've made in the past. Maybe there's a color there that I can use. These are some cute colors. This one? Yeah, this one's nice. Okay, let's write Ashley. Let's just double check that I'm on the second layer, layer 2, and A. And it's really fun to do this method because you can do it with your friends, your family, and it looks really hard to make, but it's actually really easy, and they'll be very impressed. Ashley, I don't like the Y. I'm gonna change the Y. No, I don't like that either. Nope. No. You know what? That's fine. Now I wanna move it because the A and the S look bigger than the HLEY, than the HLEY. So I wanna select the A and the S and make them smaller. How do you do that? Well, you press this little S selection tool next to the liquify and the magic wand thing and the mouse pointer. So you're gonna want to press that, and then basically now you can select anything. I'm gonna want to select the A and the S, so I'm gonna draw like a circle around it. And this will only select the A and the S, not even the background, because we're on a new layer. Now, to be able to move it around, you're going to want to press this little mouse button next to the selection button, there. And now you can make it bigger, smaller, move it around, and do whatever you want with it. So, I'm going to do it here, and I think maybe a little bit bigger, like that. Perfect. No, it's a little too small, so I'm going to do that again, make a circle around it. Select a little bigger, move it There. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to select her whole name and then make it all smaller. But to do that is I'm just going to press this little mouse pointer and then move it to, oh my god, do you hear the background? I'm so sorry. That's just outside, my window's open. And then move it to wherever you want it. You can move it there, 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 there. I want to do it right here, and I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. I really still don't like that Y. Of course, you can always do different fonts. I sometimes look up calligraphy fonts, and I just do like a name and then in calligraphy. So, for example, let's say Julia calligraphy. Oh no, I erased it all. There, okay. Let's just say that's fine, okay? It's a little to the left, so I'm gonna select the whole layer again and move it more to the right. Perfect. And now you can basically decorate it. You can add a line under it. I'm gonna do that. You can add some hearts. And of course, feel free to use a new color. I'm just doing this color because I'm lazy. Some hearts. And yeah, Ashley. There you go. This was the tutorial. I hope you guys liked it. I actually I'm going to do more Procreate videos in the future, so like if you want them. I'm not sure what you guys like more, Minecraft or Procreate. Just be sure to tell me down below or like. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, and be sure to always look on the bright side. Bye.